Well, greetings, travelers. It's me, APG, with another Action Pants Gaming building adventure. It's a Thursday night, which means I just got home from work, which means I'm going to be stupid for about an hour. So, it should be fun. And as always, I want to thank you for hanging out and coming out and checking things out. And as always, I hope whatever time of day it is for you, and whatever it is you might be doing as you're watching this or lurking away or whatever day you get on this, well, I hope it's going good. Alright, we've seen this, but I'm just going to kind of chill here for a minute. See if we get anyone showing up other than myself. And I figured, well, we're just kind of hanging out. And I'm not going to do music tonight until I can afford, and I'll repeat myself again later, I'm sure. But I'm not going to do the background music tonight until I can afford to do the YouTube Premium monthly no ad thing. And hopefully I can also find a better way to kind of connect things. Alright, so we've seen the kaleidoscope a bazillion times and everyone's version of it at this point. This isn't what I'm working on. This took me like 20 minutes to make. And Neri made the initial tower part, and I just plopped a kaleidoscope right on top of it. I was like, that's a good spot for one of those. Alright, so what I am working on... Hopefully I'm not going to have to reload, but I think I'm going to need to. Oh no, so far so good. Is the landing pad area. Oh no, I do need to reload. Okay, I'm missing a few things. It happens whenever I walk away because certain parts that you're limited to, you know, a certain number per area, if you blender glitch them in, or you know, banjo glitch them in, or glitch them in some form, but you kind of have to banjo it in. Since you're only allowed so many parts, when you walk away and the game re-renders, it doesn't re-render those parts because you're not supposed to have them all. Although, oddly enough, that doesn't seem to be the case with the race initiator, the race boost pads, the geobay call things, and thankfully those all render in. Otherwise, if you made a kaleidoscope, it would look horrible if you were missing, you know, a few of the parts. But, you know, when doing this particular thing, I've noticed a few parts, if you use too many of them and you're not supposed to, when you walk away from your build and come back, they won't be there. Although that also happens, I'm trying to think about this other build where I was having that problem. But that's odd because there's still a couple of parts in one build that I have that is a part you can have multiple of, and when I walk away and go back, a bunch of it's missing. So your guess is as good as mine as to why that does that. Okay. So, there we go. Now we've got our stuff back. Alright, this is what I'm currently working with. A little landing pad fueling station. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just kind of messing with, you know, trying to get which I'm surprised they never implemented like a Y pipe or an L pipe, like a connecting version like I had to make here, but that creates other issues, and we'll get into that. So I kind of wanted to make some of the ER cylinders, but doctor them up a bit like I did before. ER Burroughs is the one who showed me how to make these, way back, pre-Beyond. And I'm like, you know what? This would be a good place for that, kind of fuel tank, propane tank, fuel tank looking thing, I thought would be kind of cool. Hanging up on the wall. Alright, am I going to get bumped out? You got like all these other landing pads, but no, you have to land on the one I'm standing on there, bucko. I don't get it. I'll stand in the middle, I'll put something down to try to prevent ships from landing where I'm working, and actually I'm working on this side, so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of you first. And then we're going to call you over to here. And then... Am I working over here? Actually, I'm working on the back wall, so I want to keep things off of this area. So I'm going to try to block the landing pad simply by doing this sort of thing here. And hopefully that will keep ships from landing. In those two spots. Alright. 969 Rob, what is going on? Richie Cunningham. My dad uses Bucker, or used to use Bucker when we were kids. Alright. Thanks for stopping in, Rob. Good to see you. Alright, so Rob, you're kind of a newish name, and there's not an all yet, Rob. I stream at such a bizarre hour for both European and American viewers. It's 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States, which means most people on a Thursday are in bed or on their way to bed so they can wake up and go to work tomorrow. And most people in Europe have long since gone to bed. So most people tend to catch me a little bit on the rebound, a little Memorex style. I'm going to try and do a weekday early so that hopefully I can have a few more folks hanging out. But if you have any questions on how any of this was done, please feel free to ask. Alright, so I figured I had this big giant wall here. Right on. Alright, Australia. Yeah, I got some friends in Australia. Well, some online friends. Actually, there's this great musician, man. I haven't talked to him in a bit. I haven't seen him around in a bit. He is awesome, and he's in Australia. You can check out his YouTube channel. It's Nerve, N-E-R-V-E, and he is freaking awesome. He plays all the instruments, writes, composes, sings, plays everything, makes, his own videos, and he's really great. I hope he someday gets a good break, because he's a very talented musician. There's a few people in the community in Australia. I think think Ash Facta's in Australia. He, another musician, amazing blender builder. And pardon me, Rob, if you're new to me here. Thursday nights, I'm just getting home from work, so I got home 15 minutes ago. So I'm usually a little sloppy for about the first hour, because I'm like, all right, get out of work mode, get into game mode, relax. What are you doing? Are you making something? What are you making? What are you trying to make? What the hell are you doing? Boy, what are you doing? All right, there's 2 people in chat. Does anyone want to know how to make one of these cylinders? Shall I show you? Are you curious? Or can I run an experiment here with this? All right, so what do I want to do with this? Oh, right on, thanks, Rob. I've been doing this for a few years, but I killed my old channel because life got crazy on me, and I went crazy, and I was like, screw everything. And now I'm rebuilding slowly, very slowly. All right, so I want to make this into something, but what? And I don't necessarily need these lower blocks. I put them in to get a center point, so I don't want to confuse myself with that. Alright. Yeah, I kind of want just that sort of bit. I don't need a big standing thing. Alright, what is this going to be? Alright. What is this? Alright, see, this looks like it's refining. These almost look like, you know, like a gas pump kind of thing. And I was thinking about maybe putting a little nozzle and whatnot on it, but I don't know. I do kind of want a big screen right in the middle of this one. I wish we had flat panel screens, man. Alright, you know what? I don't necessarily... Let me get this stuff out of the way, because I don't need it necessarily. Let me think about what the decorative portion is going to be first. Alright, let's just get those out of the way. That should be facing down. And the rest of you should be facing up. Okay. I do have one slight problem, but I think I'll be able to clear it here. This one is also lower, so whatever I do, I need to keep that in mind, which is okay because this is a different panel. Because as you can see here, it's a different height. I ended up in the dip. Okay, let's start with potential skinning. Alright, we could go typical. I mean, and keep within what we're doing, which is, you know, this kind of style. We could totally change it up. Go with something different. No. These on the top, yes. I think, and I maybe try and do it on the bottom and see if we can't get a, you know, a nice consistency. This on the side, maybe. He says assuredly. Maybe? That ain't gonna work. Oh, maybe it will. No, because whatever I have to put on the front is going to have to be that bulky in order to make it work. So we're going to say no with that. This didn't make that horrendous noise. No, it's not as bad. Let's see if I can't put that somewhere. What do you do? Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. How do you position if I use this? Oh, wait, oh, wait, I mean, I'm always, I'm always wanting new parts, but the other part of me is like, I'm already getting lost in the menus we have. Like, I was watching Kibbles the other day, and I'm like, how do you get around with all those parts? Like, I would be forgetting what I had, And you're like, oh, wow, yeah, that's right, I got that part, too. Alright, so that apparently is not what we want. Where the hell did that go? Alright, good. I just killed it. That's like, I'm gonna go somewhere. You'll never see me again. Ramps. My friend Chaos was telling me that on the PlayStation 5, the flipping with these things is insane. Come on. Come on. Not that much better than the PlayStation 4, but, well, PS4 Pro. Although, I don't know about, I think my PS4 almost ran better than my Pro. My regular PS4 didn't have a insane fan noise going on all the time. Alright, so that goes on like that. If we use that, excuse me, and you will go although I only need one of each, to be honest. Why I just did all that, I have no idea. Alright, so that's down. That's up. Alright, so screen goes left, right, up, down. Okay. Easy enough. Because some of these things, you think it's facing one way and it's actually not. Okay, so that one is the way it should be. That came out neat and I didn't mean to do it. Alright, so what if I actually had an intelligent thought one of these days? And that's going to end up being too big for that space. Unless I go that way and dig out some of the terrain, which I don't have a problem doing. I like that. Yeah, let's keep with the same consistency as the other parts. And I'll figure out a mark for that. But for now, we will put it here. Because we're just playing right now. Alright. I really, really wish... Oh, really? Okay, good. I could keep a thought in my head. Shoot. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, this is why I say on Thursdays when I'm getting home from work, my brain is not quite with me yet. I'll remember it in about 20 minutes. Alright, what is normal size? Normal size is too small. Alright, let's get back to thinking what I was thinking about before. KJ, what is going on? Well, speaking of the weed, and I live in a legal state, let me get some of my nip on. Helps me get my creativity rolling. And allows me to, and it's good for my arthritis too. Pardon me. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord, help me. Adults only. Alright, so you need to be way back in there and tilted at an angle, and you're still not going to quite do what I want you to do. Pardonnez-moi. What? Banana Tom, what's going on, Boss Jillian? What is going on? Thanks for stopping in, y'all. So I'm trying to fill up this wall, because all this stuff here just kind of, and I still in this area here, but it just kind of made everything else look kind of blank. I'm like, well, I gotta put something on these walls, because... Alright, so how do I want to put you? You need to be at an angle like that is what I'm searching for. So what angle are you? Are you this ramp angle? You're pretty close. Alright, let's try this. don't know why, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I get by with a little help from my friend. I get fill in the blanks. A little help from my friend, a little help from my friend. Alright, we don't need you right now. We need to see what we're doing first before we can do any of that. And this isn't going to work. Oh, yeah, it will. Let me try this. And I will be bringing back background music at some point. But until I can afford to pay the monthly subscription fee for YouTube, which should be soon, I'm going to hold off. So tonight, you have to listen to me flapping my gums and the awesome game music when it happens. Yes, that's what I want. Now we just need to put it in further and find the right spot. Which means, I mean, it's not quite flat. Let's try it's close. Let's try let's go with that one. What? No. Oh, you're facing the wrong way. That's for certain. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, moron. That's not what you want to do. Pyramid's better. Last but not least, I think that's better than a pyramid. Okay. James, what's going on? Thanks for hanging out, folks. I know it's the wacky time in the evening for most folk. I feel ya. Alright, now let's play minor. We will put you back. Do what I want. Stop. No. Alright, you know what? Forget you, man. Actually, I don't think it will anyway without a support piece. Pardonnez-moi. Come on. Go in the direction I want you to go in. Not where you want to go. Where I want you to go. Why are you doing this to me? No. Oh, no. Thank you. I was about to say, don't make me place every one of these in by hand, because that would not work. Oh, 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 oh. I know it's there. There you are. And I'm setting it up just in case I like it, so I don't have to do it. Although, I may just mess with this setup and see what we get. We may get something neat out of it. I doubt it, but we might. You never know. Oh, oh, oh. There you are. Alright. Alright. First off, let's see. Actually, you know what? It should be up here. Although, you know, alright, let's see. It may not even work. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm scared, coach. Yes, yeah, it looks like almost like a custom. Tilt, but maybe not. It's a little. I mean, it's not flat. I mean, we know that, but it's not. We're gonna have to come out a little bit anyway. which we want to go up. Up, up, and away. How am I going to do that? That's the question. Can I do that? Alright, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I want to bring that up further. I need to move that out of the way. But then I want to have the block there. A ball, because... Alright. But even then, I'm going to have to, what, put that on a paver? Because that's like half the height. Alright, let's try, instead of a light, I know you're not going to work, but stranger things have happened. No, okay. But not this time. Could use a switch, but that's not going to bring it up high enough. I could shim it, but that's just going to push it forward, and I don't want that. Damn it, I want to make this work. Bring that up. Put that in ahead of time. Okay, alright, let's try this. Alright, remove that. Remove that. Put in... that. This is where the guesswork would become. Alright, then add... Yeah, just close it off. Make it look like the cube, but with a ramp. And we do that. And then... we experiment to see where things end up. That's better. Alright, we can bring that in. Alright, so let's... Alright, we want to stay at about that height, right? Because the only way to bring that in at this point is to do this, right? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, not bad. Let's bring that. Okay, then we put that there. Pre-wire. So that was here, right? Let's bring that down so that... No, we don't want to go that far. No, that was the top one, so right there. Alright, but we're going to need to bring that out anyway because there's going to be that other part. So, let's... I don't know how I'm going to do this here. Let me think about this. Alright, let's just pretend that that's here. Although we're not using that, right? Because it's not... No, we could. Alright, just kind of get a rough idea of where we might have to... And if it's even going to show through. Alright, so just... Which is neat, but not what we want. Well, I think we're going to do... that portion. And I should probably figure out what I'm going to cover it with first, but this is just going to give me a rough idea of whether or not it'll even be something I want. To attempt. Alright, so that would have to come out much further. There, good enough indication. How's everybody doing tonight? Everyone doing all right? Alright. Let's try something. Come on. Quit fighting me. Right on, James. Oh, no. There's no such thing as that kind of thing. A build is a build, and any creativity is creativity. There's no such thing as better or worse or blah, blah, blah. That's, you know, being creative. Just being creative is the key. It don't matter what nobody thinks, as long as you like it. Alright, that's gonna drive me insane. Alright, do you need a helper? I have a feeling you do. Should probably just use a stinking pyramid, but I think this angle is better than the pyramids for this. I could be wrong. I mean, I should probably double, triple, quadruple check, but who has time for all that? Uh-oh. Yep, that's got to be redone. Damn it. And you see why. Well, I should have probably been smart and... Yeah, alright, let's be smart and... do the one that's different. Not redo the two that are different from the one. There we are. Although now I gotta do that whole measuring bit again. Alright, we'll do... First we'll do the light, and then we'll go to the wire. First you get the sugar, then you get the women, then you get the... then you get the power, then you get the women. The Simpsons, watch an episode where Homer Simpson, a sugar truck, dumps its cargo on the road, and Homer and Bart are driving by, and Homer starts shoveling it in the back of the car, and he gets all crazy with like power over selling sugar. It's pretty good episode. Yeah, let's do with what I can see for a moment. And again, if anyone wants to know how to make those cylinders, I will show you if you don't know how to make them already. Perfect. That should work. Alright, so that brings our connector to about there. Okay. Right about between those two. Okay. Alright, I asked this question the other night, but nobody, and the bees come from the sugar. I posed this question the other day, and nobody answered, so I'm going to ask it again. If you were stranded on a desert island, and you could only have one type of candy bar, what would it be? And if you're in another country and it's a type of candy bar I'm unfamiliar with, just describe what type of goodness it is. And I don't particularly care about this portion. And I may delete everything I've just done. You never know. I may go, yeah, that doesn't look good. It was a fun experiment, but it ain't flying. Excuse me. Alright, so, oh, Levi, you're right there. I'm right there with you, Levi. Banana crunchy honeycomb with milk chocolate around it. That sounds pretty good, actually. But Levi, yeah, payday. I gotta say, payday is it's this odd, sweet, yet savory, salty, and it's not good for you, but it's got peanuts, which is, you know, protein. Peanuts aren't bad for you necessarily, unless, you know, like anything in life, too much of it is bad for you. But too much of anything can be a bad thing. Alright, this may be the dumbest thing ever. Or it might be neat. I might be in the wrong position and we have to go and do everything we just did again. Which wouldn't surprise me, but that's okay. It would probably be hilarious in itself. I don't know, I'm getting all crazy about it here, but... And who knows, something else might work. This part might not, and something else may go. Be like, hey, that works. Aha. What happened? Did I use the wrong... What? Well, that ain't supposed to be like that yet. Oh, because it's the freaking Y. You moron. Let me guess, it's the backside, right? Yep, alright. Alright. Darn it. Darn it. So that means I need to bring it down. And go... Okay. Yay, trying to figure something out. Sometimes the time, it's like, why am I doing this to myself? Alright, I know I had it, but... Alright, you know what? Come on. Why are these so difficult? And you're gonna be like topside, right? You're gonna be the one crazy one, right? No. Thank you. Alright, so... Where do I want to... Alright, so we're going to go, I guess, from... They might as well. Hey, Cordial, what's going on? Thanks, I'll show you some bits of it, if you'd like. Shoot. This is going to be one of these scenarios. You're not quite centered. I'm gonna have to eyeball it. And before I do anything, all right. Violet crumble, same as a crunchy, only better. Ah. Now, if I could get all crazy and greedy, I would probably, and you know, if we could do 2, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups would probably be my next one. Alright, those are all in the same spot, blah, 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 right? assuming I'm going to have something coming off the edges that's going to overlap that, is my thought. But we'll... Alright. Will we be successful? Or will it fail? Will it look good? Or will this have been a waste of time? Needs to go back. And I am going to have to yell and scream. No. But that's how this works. You know? Coming up with stuff for decoration is oftentimes a very difficult thing. There we go. Alright, you know what? I'm going to take a minute. Kind of clear my head for a second. And again, if you want to know how to make one of these cylinders, just shout out and I will go put one where I need to add one. Getting the pipes to join and fit and cut through places, and some of these are eyeballed in, by the way, like the light I'm lining up and you know, just trying to get things, you know, through the parts. Looks, you know, to try to make it look more integrated. You can see how everything's cutting through all this. How this is going through. Didn't do that here yet, because no particular reason, I just haven't done it yet. Everything's, you know, ready and capable, but I just haven't taken the time. Alright, so no one wants to see how the cylinder's done? You know how to do it? Don't care? Got no use for it? So, last time I ended where? Oh, it's really dark now. It's a whole different vibe. Let's go. Alright, so last time I was what? Here? Well, yeah, you know, I mean, it's a cylinder, you know, I mean, ER was the first one I saw do these. And then obviously with all our new tricks, I've since expanded upon it and added, you know, added these things, and you know, and able to cut pipes and stuff through easier now. You know, added all these bits and pieces. Reset. All right. I'm gonna say here, but I'm gonna be wrong, and it's gonna be too far in, I bet. But we're gonna do it anyway, and let's just do one. How about that? And if it works, we'll do all of them. But I can't. Yeah, I can do just one. I think I can leave that in there. Till we find our proper marking points and everything. Right smack dab in the middle-ish. All right. And I'm doing the second one just to see if it, you know, if it shows through up on that as well. What's it, you know, how might that look? If we even go with it. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm just like, yeah, this might look interesting. I don't know. It may look horrible. It'd be a total waste of time, I'm feeling. Oh, alright. Yeah, I can't move you. That I can do, though. That took a while to line up right. Alright, that's too far. Yeah, this is going to be a pain. beginning to go, yeah, no, this might not be worth it. Yeah, that was too far. This isn't going to be far enough. I know. Higgs, what's up, man? How you doing? Ah, right on. What am I doing? Ooh, almost. Almost. This is the difficult part. The freaking ramp. This takes up all the time. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you? I just saw you. Just saw you. I hate that too. You see it as you're flying by it. It's like, haha, I was there. You'll never get it back. I'm just kind of scrolling around on all these, hoping that it finds the one it's looking for. Yeah, we're gonna need to take a break from this in a minute. There we are. Alright, so you were at that. So now we're gonna go. Why do I feel like I'm back where I started and it seems different now? Yep, I know I did. I planned for something that I know probably isn't going to work. It's okay. Come on. Oh, yeah. Now you're going to do that. There you are. Ooh. Just a little further back. Well, that's not too bad. Kind of want to bring it down. Alright, let's see what roughly what we've got here. Do I even like that? I don't know if I like it. But you see what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to integrate, hide, use a portion of, a part of. And see, these are slightly different too, which is odd. That's okay. I don't know. I don't know. Not there. But it wouldn't necessarily work on the other side, would it? Hey, Joby. I think maybe that color was throwing me off. And just to kind of complete the... No. Close. But no. Where they need to be is on the sides. Well, that by itself doesn't look bad. And hey, thanks for hanging out, folks. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Appreciate the company. If you're willing to hang out, well, I'm willing to sit here and do stuff. Hell, part of me wants to just keep that, although it's off. Well, we got those things in there. Let's at least throw some other parts through it and see what we get. No wiggle. Not that. No. Maybe. Nope. Yeah, definitely not. Although, I see some potential for that in another way. This I'd love if it actually would be visible. I don't think anything else would work. You're never going to see that. Although it does provide an interesting glow. Oddly enough, and this is why you never know. You just try stuff, you know. No. Stop that. No, because of that I'd have to... That doesn't work. Okay. Although, part of that does. Yeah, most things here will not because of the angle, but... It's always worth a try. These are way off. Something's funky over here. I gotta look into this. Could have sworn I hit the same spots, but... Alright, you know what? I'm done fighting with you. You've lost your opportunity. What? No. You're not even visible. No. All right. Almost worked. Not quite. Not a big deal. So now we move on to... Though I really, really want to... I wish we could scale and glitch. Man, that would be so... That would be so great, man. Alrighty. So let's redo all of this because none of it is. It ain't even. Alright. What am I going to do with this? I mean, I have an idea, but it won't work because I can't scale and glitch. Alright. Alright. Okay. Step away. Walk away. Don't look at that for a minute. Yeah, it... wow. Super crazy with the HDR on YouTube. You guys are getting like this crazy bloom effect. So much different than what I'm seeing on my TV. And actually, speaking of that, putting the HDR on my 4K, you know, my 4K supports that. I noticed that the bloom, although still crazy, is not as overpowering, because I think the bloom is set up for like the PlayStation 5, which renders, you know, much better. And its lighting effects are better and all that razzmatazz. Yeah, that's weird. Wow. Yeah, but the bloom is, you know, everyone agrees, as far as I know, that the bloom is just too much. Like, a slider would be nice if possible, so that you could adjust the bloom to your liking. Just, I feel that the lighting is too bright and takes away from the atmosphere, and sometimes it kind of ruins its own graphics. Like, the bloom is so much, you're like, you can't see the great graphics and work that they put into the parts and whatnot, you know. Alright, let's take a break from this area for a few minutes. I need to look at something different, and then I'll come back. And I actually need to check to see if uploading the other base did anything, or if it did absolutely nothing. Which is, I have a feeling, which is going to be the case. But and how do I want to get there? Well, this is a transportation hub. I could do something with the base terminus, but I don't know if that messes with landing pads at all. You know what? Let's just put it up and out of the way for now. And we don't care what color it is. Yeah. Anybody else on the planet? Nope. Alright, let's go to freighter parking for a second. Oh man, I swear my body was like, hey, guess what? This month you're gonna be older. And you're going to be really older. And I'm going to let you know it. You've hit that age. And I gotta celebrate this one. Aside from being a pretty milestone-y one, it's a 0. Yep, alright. So, it did not help. Shoot. See, it was fine, no problem, no problem. You know what? See, now it looks like it's okay. Oh. Yeah, but it's not. Alright, anyone who was here before and saw this, now what I see on my TV, and unfortunately what y'all are seeing, is going to be different. But the base terminus, and I could have probably just done this back before, but it's just, I needed to get away from the other place for a minute. It's not as bad since I turned my HDR setting on. And I thought, you know, it would be worse if I did that. But since I've turned it on, you can see more detail in the lighting. This isn't as bloomed out. I can actually see the swirl in the middle a lot better, much more clearly. I can see the lasers cutting through now. And more definitively there. They look less like a weird light. Now I'm walking around right now in here, and I'm hoping that the terrain's going to just kind of go to where it should be and how it has been every other time. But then I left here and came back, and it just started doing this. Before, I'd be working, no problems, everything's alright. Bobby McGee, what is up? Yeah, but this is another thing, like, this graphic here, before I turned my HDR on, the bloom was so bad I couldn't see this piston portion here. It was just all light, and you couldn't even see this cool, you know, bit working. But if you are having a bloom issue and you have a 4K TV with HDR, I would recommend turning that setting on. It seems to have helped calm some of the bloom down. It's not as bad as it was. But anyway, so now to get out of here, I gotta actually shoot my way out. And now the terrain shows up. Now, I was expecting this to happen, but not to the extent that it decided to do. You know, and it doesn't, you know, it takes me a few minutes to come through here and clean it out. It doesn't, you know, it's really not a huge deal. I don't mind, you know, a little landscaping. Yes, is it a pain in the butt that, you know, I flattened it, I cleaned it, that it grows back over floor panels and through walls? Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But I can't even begin to imagine how hard it would be to deal with this as a programmer. So, you see my predicament on this particular build, which is a bummer because You know, over here is not so bad. Can actually, you know, get through most of it. Although this is... that I don't mind, actually. I should be hunting down. I built my... actually have a build to do. Nice planet, great terrain, but trying to find what I'm looking for with an EM field has been impossible. And I can't really, like, I'll show you, I can go there in a minute. We'll take a little building break and jump around the planet for a minute and then do some building. But so see, it's not too bad, in this room especially, but I know how to clear that out. It's just kind of a pain to do it. Alright. Alright, let's head back to our other working spot. Well, that looks neat just by itself like that. It's kind of cool. See, but that's what I mean. Like, I wish, like, when you altered the terrain and manipulated the terrain, it would remain that way. So you could potentially build something like this, ruin looking type deal, for example, or anyway. I wonder if I save and reload. You know what? I'm gonna try that. I want to see what happens. Because it should go on my upload, right? I mean, not my save point, but I'm just saying the last time I uploaded it, I cleaned out all of the terrain. All right, Manuel, thank you. Moose, what is up? And speaking of paydays, I got a king-size payday right here. Which, surprisingly, I had last night sitting here and I didn't eat it. So I'm going to mute you guys for just a moment so you don't have to hear me chewing. Alright, so it saved it with the terrain that I manipulated. Yeah. Weird. Okay. Whatever. Not with my uploaded manipulated terrain, but with the most recently. Crazy, man. I don't get it. Alright, do I want to look for an EM field or do I want to go back and build on that? Somebody tell me what to do. I have no idea. I could do either one and it doesn't really matter to me either way. I could explore planet or I could try to figure out how to turn that thing on the wall into something. I'm taking suggestions from the crowd. Somebody tell me what to do, Coach. Tell me, Coach. What do I do, Coach? What should I do? Build. Okay. Then away we go. Thank you, Moose. Thank you for having the courage to respond. Alright. I kind of really want to make that other thing work somehow. Now I'm trying to think about maybe there's another way I can go about it. I mean, I wish we had flat panel screens, period. That would just be wunderbar. I would love it so much. It'd be so great. Joyous. I might need to reload because of part count. And what I mean by that is there's going to be some parts missing. Yes, I am. I play every day, even if it's for 5 minutes. I always pick up my guitar. I suck, and I'm trying to continually suck less. Come up with a couple of ditties. Yep, I gotta reload. Oh, wait, maybe I don't. Nope, we're good. Nothing's missing. Alright. Wow. Wicked frickin' crazy bright bloom for you guys. Holy mackerel. I'm looking on my iPad. That's insanity. I mean, it's bad on my screen, but not that bad. Whoa. That totally washes out everything. You can't even see what I'm doing. And I can't turn that off while I'm streaming, which sucks. Wow, that's insane. I mean, it looks so much better on my screen since I put the HDR setting on. Trying to cut that weird fog out. I think that was part of the problem. There's a few issues. I think YouTube's being a little funky tonight too, because it doesn't look as clear as normal. I may have to turn this off for streaming. Okay. Alright, so real quick, just because it needs to get done anyway, I'm going to show you all how to make what I lovingly refer to as an ER cylinder, okay? Because ER is the one that first showed me how to make one back in pre-Beyond days. So, say you want to throw one of those cylinders somewhere. Let's say, oh, why not? We'll just throw one over here. No, that looks a little more empty over there. Now, I've added some things to the ER cylinder because we now have the option to do so. And I can show you how I've done a lot of what's down there. And I just want to keep this on the same plane as that, so that if I want to connect the two, which I might, I can. Alright, so the real basic version, without getting into merging merging this. Wow, I'm really sorry guys on the bloom factor here on the stream. That's really outrageous. I apologize. This let me see if I can't calm this down here. That is way out of control. Alright, so back to the ER cylinder. So what you need to start with first for the basic one is where you want it to start. Okay, where you want the end to be. And for this particular thing, let's say we want it to start, and also you're going to want to get whatever coloring and texture in ahead of time, especially when you start adding other parts, because you might not always be able to get back at this. John, I'm in creative and it shouldn't be affecting me, but it does. So, alright, once you have, you know, where you want the start of your cylinder. And I'm probably not going to keep this here, but you never know. Actually, I know I'm not gonna. But just to show you how it's done. So you start with your sphere, then you get your cylinder. Now, when you do this, you want to, the direction you're heading is the direction you want the paver, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. If this were vertical and you were at the bottom, you want the paver facing down. If you're working up at the top, you want the paver facing up. So for this one, we want it facing down, like that. You're going to bring that out. You're going to double stack it. So you should have 2 pavers on either side. Or not on either side, on one side. So then you're going to take the first paver that's closest to the sphere, and you're going to do your adjacency. And that will merge your first portion. Now, you can just stack this if you want. Okay, you can now just bring this in if you feel. Or, if you want, and you want to do something funky, you can add in something in here. For example, you know, you put a light or wire. I would probably do wire. Now you can have, you know, something interior. See, and that's how I did all this sort of stuff. Only I started the, you know, I put the wire in further down so that it jumped up and was in a, you know, a lower positioning. So once you get, you know, your start and you want to figure out where you want it to end, we'll say we want it to end down here. Build out. This is your end. Remove that cylinder. Now, we want everything to go and stack so that the top of the paver is facing that way. You know, the top of the paver is always facing in the direction you're heading. I guess that makes more sense, right? So, not that way. That way. And do the same thing. Bring it on the out. Do your adjacency. This is where you definitely need to do the double, you know what I mean? And there you go. The ER cylinder. Yeah, it looks like a cool, you know, tank, like a propane tank or, you know, some form of gas or liquid container. Now, you can get fancier and you can start merging all this stuff. You know, get the pipe in there you start doing like this here. See, we got an elbow merged in there. You know, all this here has been merged through the part. Like here, I'm still working on this section here. Little bits I'm still messing with, you know. This needs to be basically pushed down and in a little bit. And or, you know, what I could have done is I could have gone and set it up ahead of time internally so that part of the pipe would stick out here. And then I could have built off of that. You know, this one here was forced in. Actually, no, that one yeah, this one I did some weird stuff to get that one in there. I put something in and it's a vertical surface, laid in a wire so that I could get the directionality proper. And yeah, that, you know, so this is actually coming from inside out, where a lot of the other ones are going from, you know, somewhere from the outside and being pushed inwards. Like, so you can see this is kind of being phased in a little bit here. And some of it was just from nudging slightly with a wire height. But yep, that's how you make one of those. Pretty, you know, pretty simple, nice, quick and easy. Very little effort. You know, and you don't have to go crazy and start, you know, putting a ton of things in it. Heck, you could simply just slap on a sticker. Tank number 7. You know. And that's how you do that. Now the pipe stuff, there's a couple of different ways, but what ends up happening, you got to keep in mind if the jump. So the best thing I've noticed so far, at least for what I've been doing, is when you want to have a junction, you know, figure out where you want your junction to be. And we'll say we're gonna, you know, we want our junction, we want, you know, and say, let's say we want a Y pipe. Alright, so say you want one going left and one going right. For now, let's just get rid of that. Alright, so want one going that way, one going the other way. It's going to feed off to two different things. So what I would do, and I'm going to have to think about how I did all this again. Let me just go look at one of these real quick. Where's a Y? Otherwise, I'm going to have to try a couple of different times to just get the way to get the proper direction. Where is there a Y pipe? Oh, there's one. Alright, I think I remember now. Alright. I suppose it doesn't really matter. As long as I don't save anything. We're alright. It's all just thinking about your setup a little bit, you know. And also part placement as your, and most of it's situational. I mean, everyone, you know, you don't know you're going to need to do something until you need to do it. And then half the time you're just trying to figure out how to achieve what you've been trying to achieve. And you're like, well, how do I get there? All right, well, let's try this, let's try that, let's try this, let's try that. All right, so you can see we have a huge gap here. All right, and that's why you kind of have to set your main portion first and where you're going to start branching off of, and then just kind of messing around and doing some back and forth with your parts a little bit, unfortunately. You could use a light. It's still going to leave a gap. But that's why you do the setup the way that you do. So you get the wire in there. Now you've got your complete pipe. Now you can add in your connecting bits. Alright, so that's facing left. Now we want right. And if you don't care about, you know, leaving the wires in, you can delete one of them so that you can get the other one in. Uh-oh. Which way did I want to go? That way. Because this can get tricky. Getting the old back and forth going there. Alright, so if you notice, see the fat end of the lightning bolt there? That's the direction that the curve is going to go. So you're going to end up out that way. But now you've got this pretty perfectly blended Y pipe, which now, you know, you can do whatever the heck you want with. And on top of it, if you know, that's how I started adding in and pushing the, you know, the pipe into the part, you know. This is what I mean by getting your setup and thinking about your setup and where you're, you know, all right, I got to place this in first, then I can place that in, and then you're going to be a pain, aren't you? All right, how much do I care? Not at all. I don't. Just for now, this is what's going to be. Oh, no, I do care because it won't. Otherwise, this won't go on the right way. Alright, so because we have that wire in here, which I would put here to do what I really want to do, but just to kind of show you. But now that you've got that wire in there, you can, dress up the pipe a little bit further by adding whatever. In this case, we'll add in, because we're just using a straight part now, we don't have to worry about the direction, left or right. I could add this in here. Take out the other stuff and have an interesting looking pipe section. You can't see it now because, well, it's pretty much the same size as the pipe, but there. But see what I mean? Now we can still work off of the pipe, and you could go crazy again and throw in, another set of wires in different directions here, or throw a pill light in there and then just cap that after you put your pill light down. Say you want to add some light, but now you gotta then it sticks out, you know what I mean? You gotta, that's for different kind of effect. But you can still you can still work off of this. I mean, hey, John. Yes, the Johns. I'm going to reload just because I always do that when I worry that I've deleted something accidentally. My week's been alright, John. I mean, honestly, life has been really uneventful and boring. Just, alright, I don't want to get started on all that. But yeah, not a whole lot, yeah, see, we come back and I don't get it. Why is it I've uploaded, I manipulated the train with that, uploaded that, come back and it's like all filled in, but then I come in now You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's also this game, too, that I've been, playing right now. Who knows why? That's what I love about this game. I mean, I've been helping my friend clear out a house. Working my crappy ass job, but it's better than no job. Trying to come up with oh, pardon me. Trying to come up with new things to build in No Man's Sky with the same parts, which is getting more and more difficult to create new, new little things, new set pieces, if you will. Name that tune. Two chords right there. Can you name that tune? That was a cool show, actually. And I think they're bringing it back. Name that tune. With today's music. John Kibbs is crazy good with all that stuff, man. Kibbs is Blender Master. Yeah, see how unbelievably insane is that bloom for you guys? That's with my HDR settings on. Like, I'm looking at my TV right now going, wow, this actually looks a lot better than it usually does, including the bloom, and the lighting looks, a bit more normal. Still really heavy in spots, but alright, let's get back to some form of work. See that? We're going to have to go to the nice planet and explore because it's a nice planet. Alright, so I really want to do that screen thing, but I don't see how I'm going to make that work without doing a lot of work. The other bummer is, since we can't scale, I can't just use a regular screen and scale up those cabinets and glitch them in, behind. I mean, that would be ideal. John, but when did you do that, John? Hotel California. It starts off with an A minor and a E sus something. Lift your ring finger up. E7? No, not a 7. It's I don't know. It's something like that. It's a form of an E chord. but without one finger. Yeah, see, this doesn't even want a green state, really, where I need it to. Yeah, you bugger. Yeah, doesn't want even green state on here. At that size, that ain't cool. What up with that? Why? Alright, that's... Well, that just ain't right. John, try, because if you weren't, because I think when I'm streaming, the way the HDR and streaming works, it doesn't work as well. I wish with streaming it would just shut it down. But try putting your gamma at like 3, and try turning your HDR on. Make sure that on your PlayStation you also do the all the settings for that, and do the sliders, and really bring down when it says barely visible, like see this icon barely visible, really bring it down to barely visible. Like sometimes, a lot of times you do that with most things, and then it's too dark. Alright, so I'd like to use this here, but it doesn't want to be on here. Yes, Moose. I wish I could do I gotta get the picking pattern down now. It's not easy. Why do you not want it? But you'll go like that. Alright, that's bizarre. I don't like that. No, sir, I don't. Alright. So I can't use that. I need new parts. The screen's too small, really, to be anything there. I want to make this work. Damn it. Wish I didn't have the hood on that thing. How can I get this to work? Hey, DG, did I miss you coming through? I did. Welcome, DG. Oh, John, yeah, it's the strumming was what killed me for the longest time, because I was just, I knew the stuff, but my brain was like, no, this hand wants to keep, time. Not. So it's led to some interesting strumming patterns. Damn it, how am I going to get this to work, man? Shoot. I can't do the side portion if I do it like that. Wish it was just flat, but it's not. We're at... I mean, that's... Yeah, see, and that looks like the short ramp, right? Right there. At the bottom of the base of that, in the corner of the cube. You kind of see the short ramp right there. That's why I was saying the pyramid wasn't quite the right angle. But if you see in that shape there at the base of the, the two parts there, you can kind of see that short ramp. All right. I mean, we were close. You know, we weren't horribly, but I think what it's going to require is way more work than I want to do. It's really what I think it's going to break down to. Because I think I'm going to have to like nudge stuff halfway back as a platform, and then it's just it's going to be like, try this, all right, does it work here? Is it here? Is it here? No, it's not. Is it here? It's okay, so it's somewhere between this place, this mark, and then finally you find it, and you can start using your reference. But I don't know if I want to torch you folks with that. I already did a little bit of it. I mean, I don't mind when I'm alone, because I just crank on the music and I just, zone out. And I'm like, there, no, there, no, there, no, reload, reload, reload. I want screens here somehow. And I want this kind of almost billboard-like, but not, but not maybe, I don't know. I mean, actually, that part I think I should probably use for over the doorway, maybe. Billboard sort of, yeah, let me do that. But I still want some form of screen in here. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's, any good guitar player will tell you that's, it ain't the chording hand, it's the strumming hand. It's, that's important. All right, how? All right, I can move all of this, right? But one. And do I still have the upper one? Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, John. Like, I want a computer. I wish I had the money for a computer, just to be able to use these beautiful environments and have those kind of options to build with, and just let my imagination run. I mean, this works as just a bit. We saw earlier, this just by itself is kind of neat. But I want to do something interesting with this. I like the shape. It's a simple shape, but I like it. But I really want some form of large, like I have this vision of a huge screen right there, you know what I mean? And if I had Blender and all the parts that Kibbles and all those guys have, I'd be in heaven right now. It's like, oh, all the parts I see in the game that I wish I could use as a build part, but I can't. Well, I mean, well, at least I'm not using, I can't stand this new fad with literally, the word literally. I just want to smack people all the time. I'm like, for starters, have you heard how many times you've used that word in the 4 sentence fragments you've used where none of it applied? And it's gotten to be the point where I'm now seeing that sort of thing being mocked. I think the Simpsons I saw a Simpsons episode where they were mocking that recently. Yeah. All right. So yes, this looks good by itself, but how can we dress this up and make it look better? I don't know where that fad took off or why it took off, but I really wish it hadn't. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? I thought this might be a problem. Crikey. Actually, you know what? Forget you, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean all the terrain out first, so that way I can line everything up properly. Alright, we don't need to deal with that yet. Let's start with the front. I mean, that looks cool by itself. It really almost does. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't even do anything else. Let's try just to... Can I get a big screen over here somehow? Or are you going to say no? You're going to say no. I know you are. Yeah. Why do you say no? See, this would be ideal. It's like, you know, you come into your landing zone, you got all the flight plans, and have a large screen, something you could see from your ship. But no. It doesn't want me to do that. Alright, why you? Is it just... Are you kidding me? Alright, is it the flattening? Must be the flattening. Gotta be. Yeah, which makes no sense. Why? Because it's... it could be the feet. Yeah, it's probably the feet. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Alright. That's why it's doing that. Okay. Bugger. Oh, yeah, I'd have to reline all of that up now, wouldn't I? Yeah, that's right, moron. You would. Alright, how am I going to get a screen in here? How am I going to get a screen here? Flat. Bueller. Bueller. Alright, we know what that's going to do. That's going to bring it out at an angle, which is fine, but not for this. How do we get a flat screen here while simultaneously skinning the front? You don't. And that's never going to line up right, because it's already in that twisty mode, so as soon as I do anything, it's going to get weird, right? Not going to matter anyway. That's going to take forever to line up. Yeah, this is... We may need to take an exploration break. Because I want a screen right there. And I don't know how I'm going to achieve it. Sticker? Or is the sticker going to be a huge bubble? Sticker's going to give me a huge bubble, right? Hoping maybe with the sticker we would have had a shim or something, you know, it would have lifted off. Alright, no. What if we do use a shim? Is that going to help? Aha, we need a shim. Okay. We need to get the feet. Nope. Still no. More shim. See, but then it's a question of finding the right shim. How do I get a screen here? Yeah, I know, literally. Shazbot. No, that... Please tell me that's not... It is. Alright, weird. I figured it would be the back of it, because the connector... Okay, so... Alright. Good to know. Again, I can't scale and glitch. Just for ha-has. Let's just see what it looks like merged. Actually, that's not bad. The color's bad, but the rest of it is not. Hey, Lava, what's up? Oh, got some people hanging out tonight. Thanks for hanging out. That might actually look good on the sides. That might be my answer to the side. Okay. Alright. Let me think about this here. So if I put that in ahead of time, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to have to reline this up. Okay. That does look pretty cool, though. Yeah, I thought so. You're never gonna see that yet. Oop. See, and then you gotta fight over the middle. It certainly is, KJ. Alright, what if... I do realize that the spacing is off here. There's no other way I could achieve it with the setup I had at the time. So I just kept it. I didn't care. I'm dying here, guys. I don't know how to deal with this. I want a screen there. And I'm trying to figure out how to get it there, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Driving me crazy. Alright, so that is definitely blocked by those. Started playing Horizon Zero Dawn again because it was free. Because I wasn't going to buy it again when my disk drive broke on my last PlayStation, and I was right at the end of Horizon Zero Dawn and I couldn't finish it. And I was pissed. It was a beautiful game. It still is now, and especially now that I got my 4K TV, it's even better. I want a screen. It's not gonna work though, man. Damn it. Alright, you know what? I gotta deal with it. I gotta deal with it. Alright, this is going for now. We need a break from here. We need to clear our minds. Otherwise, we're gonna lose our minds. Alright, let's go. Let's go somewhere peaceful for a moment, shall we? At some point I'm going to do a tour of this planet and see if anybody else went a little crazier. Or if they just did, you know, build the cuboid rooms, build the floor panels. Or some people actually were like, you know what, I'm going to build something a little more. Because there are people that keep popping in on the planet. Met this cool dude the other day. Stopped by and like hung out, and even like, you know, made the effort to jump in chat even though he was on PC. Nice gentleman from the TOC, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Still no fireplace, huh? No other quicksilvery bits yet. Alright, so I need to find a specific type of environment on this planet, or, you know, the terrain mixture with an EM field, and I've been unsuccessful. And we might as well make this stream accurate too and do a little searching for the EM field. But you gotta take a break from the building every once in a while. You gotta clear your mind, you know, if you're getting frustrated. Because while I'm walking around, flying around and, you know, looking for this EM field, you know, I may, you know, the head, you know how it works. The head clears a little bit, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, what if I did this? I mean, it takes me hours sometimes to figure out placement and positioning for, you know, some things. You know, to try to, you know, come up with the... So, this kind of environment, only more of a cave. With an EM field. And it has been very, very difficult. There is no EM field here. And if it comes down to it, I might still build here, but it is not what I am looking for. This was a fun little experiment. I like the way these panels work together. I think that came out pretty good. Alright. We need EM field, please. Nice peaceful planet though. You should see what here already. Sick. Sick. And if I can find my spot, I will build something. Probably won't be as sick as what Chaos built, but it'll be something. It'll definitely be something. Alright. I'm gonna do the old dip and dive. And hope for the best. That's a good a spot as any. Digging the tunage. Very ominous. Sci-fi, sci-fi, sci-fi. Sci-fi, sci-fi, sci-fi. Yeah, I can't wait for the sequel on that game. It's going to be killer, John. Yeah, it's a beautiful planet. I would like bioluminescent grass, but you can't have it all. Still, it's a great horizon, great colors. Water's a beautiful color. Sky's not crazy. Not my preferred, but we are also getting into a sunset. All right. Of course, no hotspot nearby. We won't do this for long. I'll do a couple of dives. I gotta figure out how to get a screen on that wall, man. I know what I could do. Yeah, I know what I could do. I don't want to, but I know what I could do. Sure is a pretty planet. I mean, it's got, this is, I mean, the terrain here is just killer. The mixture of, like, cave and water and that's like, I wish I could show you what Chaos has done, but one, it probably wouldn't show up anyway because there's been issues with seeing other builds. He's also PS5. And my theory on the beep, like hear that? If I switch to another, see there's a deep level near me. There's a cloud near me. But there is no... There's not what I need. I do not need gas. Had it earlier today. It was unpleasant. You get those gas pockets and your stomach feels like it goes into a knot. Turned out I was like really hungry. I mean, look at this terrain. It's just ridiculous. That's knowing how to work the charge of your action pants. Yeah, I know. I'm in creative. I just noticed that, KJ, and I'm not on stones. I seek no knowledge. In creative, I only seek terrain. Oh, yeah. See, and this is exactly what I want. But guess what? No! There's a concentrated gas cloud right over there. And look at how awesome this is. Ugh. This is exactly what I need right here. This would be perfect. 100%. But no. This planet hates me. It refuses to. And I've only found C-class everywhere. Okay, the animation, KJ, is why I require it for the EM generator. All the cool lights and swirly bits. I mean, this planet definitely has its charm, though, I will say. It is a nice-looking planet. And this planet looks a lot better on the stream than the other planet did, that's for sure. Alright, let's call it a vehicle. Should probably hook the Nomad up. Whoa! Well, that didn't go as I wanted it. Good thing for me, I'm in I'm an excellent driver. My dad used to let me drive the extra crap down the driveway on alternate Thursdays when the moons of Saturn were aligned. Of course, the seats used to be an ugly brown. Where's that cave? There it is. And come on, EM field, EM field, EM field. No! Son of a... Do I even want to look? Do I want to get depressed on how cool, like, it probably looks in here? I mean, look at this, like, secret bat cave entrance. Oh, yeah. Again, perfect environment. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to look. You know what? I'm going to... Because with my luck, if I don't... There's like an S-class in the cave somewhere, you know? Yeah, KJ, it's... Yeah, it is one of those, you know, piddly things, but... Wow, look at this kid. Yeah, see, there's a concentrated gas. I don't need concentrated gas. I need an EM field right here. Oh my god, this is so perfect. Oh, this is unbelievable. Sean! Oh. Oh, this is perfect. It's got a good cave height. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, son of a... Yeah, this is gonna kill me. I'm dropping a marker here anyway. Just because if all else fails, I'll build it in here and I won't use... but I really, 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 really want to use the EM field. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what kills me about the EM field and the animation. I get it in normal. I do. I completely understand in every other mode. But in creative, get rid of the lightning bolts. And allow the animation all the time for... Yeah, this is like absolutely perfect for what I need to do. 100 and if more than 100% is possible, then there's a debate on that, whether or not you can actually do more than 100%. Supposedly you can. And let's choose yellow. Alright. One more dip and dive, and we'll try to go and see if I can't make that other thing work. I do love this game. There's just something about it. Alright, so basically I'm looking for, you know, caves, entrances, you know, at the edge of the water like that. With an EM field in there would be preferable. Chaos found one for me, but it's like at the very edge of, you know, there's like 1% in the cave area with the water at like the back edge, and it's, you know, it would be pointless. I mean, a cool cave environment, and he even was like, look, I know it's not, you know, ideal, but it's like it's the only one I can find at the moment. That was misleading. I was gonna say, but watch there be a hotspot there. Get lured in by some of these caves. And then it's like, oh, nope, dead stop into boringness. Well, I could have made that. Be great if you could scan for EM or something, you know, while in your ship. Wondering if this maybe opens up into something. Let's take a look. Of course not. This, man, the improvements that they did to the terrain are still blowing my mind a lot of times. Like this sort of environment, like, did not quite exist. I mean, look at this. It's just like this long tunnel, cave, with water. No big deal. Cool stuff down here. And hey, what do you know? We'll just open up into like this big room here. Man, they did some amazing improvements with the terrain. They really, really did. And yes, I know, it's been some time since they have, but like I said, it still gets me. That's why I get even more frustrated now. I'm like, like, no EM field, I see exactly what I want to do right here, right now. Like, I could start this minute. That looks great. Look at that. And I've been seeing critters in caves now, which is really great. Not just always at the, you know, the rim of the cave, but... And look at this, right? Goes into a whole other cool area. Well, pretty much that's all I scanned for. That's all you really need to scan for in the game. I mean, in creative mode, you know? I would like to get that as my view, or at least have it somewhere, that planet set up. I had a super view of that. It was more of like a, you know, like a planet rise or planet setting, and of course, here we are, nowhere where we want it. At the top of this freaking mountain, right? Damn it. What a big fella. Yeah, without a drop of water in sight. Son of a gun. Yeah. Frustrating. I'm not even gonna bother. What was it? An S-class, of course it is. Why would it be anything other than an S-class on top of a mountain and nowhere near any of the coolest damn terrain? Son of a gun. Yeah. Not a single cave, not even a cave entrance. Coolest part of the terrain way over there. Oh, man. You're killing me, Sean. You're killing me. Alright, you know what? This will drive me... What's that? That was like a messed up knowledge stone for a second. Sadness. Sadness. Sadness washes over me. looks like I'm heading out to deep water, which not quite what I want to do. Likelihood of finding that kind of terrain out here is minimal. I mean, you could spend forever looking for, you know, but I don't want to sacrifice. Like, what Chaos Belt is really cool, and I don't want to sacrifice, you know, the use of that particular part, because I think it would work for the idea. Alright, this is going to drive me nuts, so I'm going to stop, because I will never find what I'm looking for this evening. Although, you know, you never know. Could get lucky. Well, yeah, I do every time I see, you know, that's what I do. I'll fly around, I'll see a cave entrance area, I'll drop out, I'll scan, nothing. You know, and I keep doing it, and it just drives me insane. Well, a lot of ships in creative tonight. Wow. Like, a whole lot. I don't think I've seen this many people in creative in a while. Not at the moment. But thank you. Is this cat still hanging out here from earlier? Hey, keep an eye on this guy. I don't know. I think he's just kind of lurking. This cat's just lurking. I think it's the same cat that was there when we were here last. Alright, let's... How do we get a screen on that section of the wall? How am I going to do it? I mean, I could think of some ways to team glitch it. Wow, the amount of bloom you guys are dealing with on that is unbelievable. Like, HDR and streaming do not mix. It is great for my view, but definitely not for yours. So I apologize. How did you... Oh, never mind. You didn't. Does that change anything, though? Probably not. Although, you can change the grout color. Let's go with blue grout. Ooh, no, let's not. What's some red grout? Right. We're not here for grout. And grout-related humor. Yeah, bastard. Still no. Okay. Metal? I don't know. Let's try it. No. Not there. Ooh. Well, hello. How are you? Aha. I think I know what I can do. That looks cool, though. It does look cool. I like the way it breaks up at the brick. I like it. You can see I'm a little off on my lineup on that. That was tough to do. I can get better at that, though. Do a better version of that, rather. Now, can I put a screen on this? Now that we're talking about a metal thingamajiggy? You're still gonna give me issues. Still gonna give me issues. Really? You just get to a certain size and it's... Is that still green? Yeah, okay. Alright. Maybe not. Is it the light block? Alright. Alright, so... But then I would have to put these other things on first. Which I can't do because once I do, then the light blocks cannot. That does look kind of neat though. I do like it. Thought that might pose a problem. I mean, if I have to, I can redo the whole landing pad area, but actually, no, I couldn't at this point. I've got too much going on the base here. Yeah, no, forget it. So what we need to do is what we have. Wait a minute, what can I get away with on that? Let's see. Alright, not enough, okay. Well. That's another tough call. Hey, GT. Thanks, man. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in for a minute. Oh, whoa. And I'm way past my time, too. I didn't realize it was already that time. See, but now I'd have to restart. lighting because I can't stack that once that's there. Or can I? You gotta be kidding me, really? Alright, at least that. Okay. I will not argue. Landing pad monitor's killing me right now, but... Ooh, that's a cool looking Explorer. Simple. A little cricket-like. I would like it better if it had a... No worries, GT. It's fine. These days, man, just, you know, it's usually a small crew of people just chilling. You know, whoever shows up, I'm happy that they showed up. They put up with me. It's all gravy. But with this there, we're not going to see the wall. So, I don't know. I'm torn now. Now I'm wondering if I should work with that wall stuff. Although I like this. Like, that looks good like that. And then something on the angle off of that would be fine, but I still feel it needs screenage. Hey, well. Like, I feel it should be like screens, big screen stuff, moving thing. I don't know if I want to delete that or not. I don't know if I'd get that lucky again on the phasing bit. Alright, at this point now, what we're putting in, we're going to be blending into the cabinets. And those cabinets fit perfectly, too, for once. Look at that. Sized in there nicely. Lined up pretty darn well. Yeah, I'm going to hit up a save on that. Sorry guys, I know a lot hasn't been done tonight. I was actually, this is a tough one. You know, I'm past the hurdle on most of this stuff. I mean, I could continue on with this theme and, you know, make more of these style things, you know, but I just kind of wanted to like, I need to a large screen needs to go here, but how? And it doesn't necessarily, know that I'm looking at it, doesn't necessarily have to be right smack dab in the center. We could do, you know me, I want to hide something and blah blah blah. I don't want it to be sticking off of the wall. I want it to be part of the wall. And again, everyone, thank you all for stopping in tonight. I really appreciate it. I know I stream at wacko times. Alright, so that That's telling me I am not flush. I am twisted. You can see it right there. Alright, we need to redo this. Yeah. Alright, so that needs to get redone. Oh shoot, that's right. Damn it. Pain in the butt. How difficult can I be? Very, very difficult. Eh, not as difficult. Shouldn't that follow that same angle? And I'm flush against it. Why would it be not that twisted? Well, maybe I am. Alright. I was like, it's pretty crazy to get it that twisted the same way twice. That looks better. Oh. Do. There we go. That's better. That's more like it. Can we carry this up over that? We can. Well, that's good. hoping, but I know it's not going to be 100% here because I think the block is going to get in the way. Damn it. Really hoping. Son of a gun. But I'm going to mess with this a little bit more because I like the way that this breaks up the brick. Just bummed that I can't add anything to it. I mean, you know, I can't do what I want. Like, that's not even green staining at all. Oh, hey, I lied. It randomly decided to. Let's see if it will somewhere randomly. Nope. Flurb. Right, that's what I thought. That's kind of neat with the one block. You know what I mean? I need to experiment with that a little bit more. That creates a really neat matter of fact, let's go somewhere that is not as crazy as we are right here. With all the noise. Come on, don't fight me on this. Alright, you know what you're getting? You're getting the taste of the swift hands of Manuel. Pop, pop. Alright, I am like 40 minutes past my 3-hour mark here. So I'm going to be ending shortly, I think. And of course, as usual, right at the end, I'm like, hey, this is an interesting thing. Let me experiment more with it. And then before I know it, it's 5 in the morning. I didn't save that last brick, did I? No, I had to twist that. Yeah, that's right. Alright. Alright. No, that's not gonna work. Shoot. Sorry, I'm in my head, like, trying to figure it out. I think that's a twisted one. I think I gotta reset that. Did I reset and save? I don't think I did. I think I gotta reset that one again. Damn it. I think it's crooked. I can almost see it's crooked by the shadow. Welcome back. Whoa, hey, yeah, I figured that might happen. Oops. But in combination with that other part. I know it's going to be crooked, I don't care. And these are higher too. I got to remember that. And that's why I didn't use that last brick. Alright, so it's going to be offset, but not by much if I wanted to do that. Alright. Oops. Night, John. Thanks for hanging for a bit. Alright, we know that's crooked. Let's do a reload anyway, so that we can have our parts back. was almost tempted to go Little House on the Prairie there for a minute. Why did I do that? Yeah, turn it on and off. See, now I'm thinking I should actually run the lights not as embedded. Carry that down, add the same thing to the lower so I can get the right depth, and then just have it not as buried in there. Alright, this is sort of a conundrum I'm going to have to kind of deal with and figure out some stuff here, because there's a few options of, and a few things just in the short time of doing what you might think is nothing is actually helping to, you know, get to the next part. You know, a bunch of mistakes till you finally get, you know, where you're going. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. I am way past my time, by almost an hour now. So thank you for chilling. I hope you had an okay time. Hope maybe you were inspired to get creative. Maybe you learned something. I don't know. But as always, this has been me, APG, wishing all of you out there in the No Man's Skyverse a little bit of love, peace, and starship grease. Get those action pants on. Get them charged up. Get out there. Build some funky stuff. Take care, everybody.